Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
So great to have you guys here. All right, so today we are really talking about branding.
Yes.
Right? And what does it mean to really build a sexy brand and turn it into a profit-making machine? So I have my favorite client here,
Hello.
who's also my amazing daughter, who's building a really beautiful and amazing brand. Now, Hanale's got some different perspectives because she's been living with me for quite some time.
Yes, I have.
Since all her life. And there's some things that Hanale understands about branding that we want to really talk about because, you know, many people when they start building a business, they think, all right, I'm just going to jump in right away and start selling a product or selling a service or selling somebody's stuff. But they forget about the really key element. So Hanale, why don't you share with everyone, what does a brand or building a brand really mean to you or that you know about?
Well, building a brand is good because it's like jab, jab, right hook. Is that correct?
Well, that's when we're doing the offer.
Yeah.
So what does a brand really mean? What does it really represent?
A brand represents yourself and what you believe in.
There you go.
It represents who you are and what you give.
That's right. So your brand is really you, right?
Yes.
And it comes down to the how you talk, the things that you feel, what you value, and what you really care about the most, right?
Yes.
So when we're building our brand, there's some things that we want to do, and we utilize the process of really creating what we call the invisible difference. That's before you make any type of offer, you sell anything. How long have you been actually building your brand?
My whole life.
Her whole life, yeah. How do you mean by that?
Well, I've been doing Facebook Lives for all my life. We've all been
doing Facebook Lives?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've been on video. Facebook Lives really got really important.
Yeah, when I was like 6 years old, I was already doing some videos on YouTube.
Yeah, you were a baby when you were doing videos. Mm-hmm. And the reason why, why I like what Hanale said all her life, because your brand becomes you. It's what you represent. So when you're thinking about building, let's say a product or a service or making an offer to someone, you've got to start thinking about your brand first, right? Who is that one customer that you can either serve with your service, provide with your product, make a transformation, a result in their life? Now, you, Hanale, have two brands, don't you?
Yeah.
So why don't we do this? Because we always start before we ever actually usually get to talk to each other. Let's introduce ourselves as what our brands are and what it is that we do. All right, I'll go first. My name is Rhonda Swan, the Unstoppable Mama, and I create sexy brands and turn them into profit-making machines. You.
My name is Rhonda Swan. I am the creator of Designs by Rhonda Swan and also wearable fashion. Wait, the art of fashion.
Yeah, so let's practice it. It's so good because this is what we work on a lot, especially with all of my clients and Hanale every day. We've got to know our words. We have to know what it is that we do because if we get hung up, which I'm glad that you did, because she's just working on her consistency of what her message is, people will follow you. But if you start getting stuck, then what happens? They kind of don't necessarily respect your authority. So you are Hanale Swan, the creator of Hanale Swan Designs,
Yes.
the art of fashion. Right? So let's practice it again.
Okay, my name is Rhonda Swan. I am the creator of Rhonda Swan's Designs, the art of fashion.
Right. So you have that brand. Now, what is your other brand?
It is my Facebook where I do all my Facebook Lives in art.
Traveling art.
Yes,
right?
Traveling art.
Yeah. So this is really important. Hanale, as young as she is, she's learning to define what her message is and understanding her audience. Now, let's see. Do you think your traveling art audience is the same as your design audience or customer?
They are very different. So I have two types of customers. For my fashion brand, my customers is 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds in that area. And then
But do they like, let's more about them. So they're women.
Yes, they're women.
Right? What are they like in their fashion? Like, why would your fashion be good for them? What do you know about them?
Well, I know that they are very chic.
Mm-hmm.
They love to be outstanding and they love to be unique.
Awesome. Right? So what makes your fashion design so unique?
Is that I do different styles of patterns and different shapes and very weird cuts.
So we talk a lot about what is our USP. Now, in marketing terms, we call that our strategic positioning, our unique strategic positioning. But in our family, in the sexy brand building world of the Unstoppables, it is our unstoppable sexy positioning. And that means, what is it that makes you stand out over anyone else? Now, there's a lot of fashion designers, a lot. But what makes Hanalei so unique is, first off,
I'm 10.
you're 10.
And I'm marketing it to a very older type of audience. And it's very different from a lot of people.
Right, excuse me, and you use a lot of geometric shapes, patterns.
Yes, and chain. A lot
And chains.
of chain.
So she's already creating a USP not only for her brand of what her audience is, but also for what her clothing line represents. It's going to be very unique in the marketplace. Now, of course, she's 10. So when we're looking at what is it that you have, because let's be honest, pretty much everything's been done once before, pretty much, unless you're a major inventor, right? So we have to then find a way to make our brand represent us, who we are, our values, but more importantly, how does it make us stand out and become unique over anyone else and why they would choose you?
Unique is a very powerful word.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, what does that mean?
Unique is like, I am different, I am outstanding, I am strange, I am amazing in my own way. And everyone is unique because everyone's different. I'm not the same as my mom, she's not the same as me, so we're unique.
That's right. And so every single person can create a very unique brand that's all based on what they love. You know, so many people get hung up on they have to, they follow and copy everyone. But why not be unique and take what you love, your passions, and be something that you can be proud of and that you could be paid for, right? Let's create an idea. So, all right, now there's some things that we're going to talk about how we build our brand. Now, Hanalei, you said that you have been building your brand since you were a baby.
Yes.
Right? Since you were born. Have you sold anyone anything?
No, I have not.
But what do you do while you're in school once a week? And then what do you do on a consistent basis that helps build your brand?
Facebook Lives.
She uses Facebook Lives. Now, why do we do that? What is doing, and we're going to show you guys something really awesome that we use. It's called the 21-day plan. Now, if you're in my course or you work with me at all,
You will know this.
you will know this because this is our heart and soul. This is my 21-day plan. Hanalei has her own.
I have it halfway filled out. I still need to fill out the work.
Well, but you're building on it,
Yes.
right? We're learning. Now, you said something important. I want everyone to listen to this. She has never sold anything. Now, I'm using Hanalei as an example because she's just like you, someone very brand new who's just building their brand and is looking to find out what people want to learn from you, but you're also needing to build your brand so that people then decide to want to buy from you. So you've never sold anything. What do you think? Why do you do your Facebook Lives, and what do you think that's going to do for you when you're ready to sell something?
Well, just like how a lot of people say, content.
Right?
And then
Well, I call it
Jab.
VVO,
Yeah,
which is the
VVO.
value offer, but
Yes.
she likes this one from Gary V.
yes, jab, right hook.
Jab, right hook. It means, give them a little taste, and then boom, sock them with a hook. Now, to me, it's a bit overboard. So we call it value offer. Now, it doesn't mean only 2 pieces of value and then you make the offer. How long does really the value mean?
It takes a long time. As you heard that, I've been doing it my whole life. I've been giving all this value in my Facebook Lives.
Right. And the reason why we call it value is literally about minimum 2 months worth of value. Now, it doesn't mean you can't make offers in between then, but what it means is when you're giving someone value, you're testing your market. We call it a market message match. It means we give topics and ideas based on our brand that we're building and a product or a program that we're ready to offer to test what our audience wants to hear, what they know. Now, we utilize what's called the PASS formula, problem, agitation, providing a solution. That helps people see, ooh, there's a problem that I've got. We agitate it a bit and we offer them a solution. But in order to offer them this solution or provide this offer, we've got to give these people enough value that makes them say, okay, it's time. I see a lot of marketers or people that are building brand new brands that think that I can give a little bit of content for a couple weeks and then boom, all of a sudden you should just buy from me. But that's not how it works. People are getting sold every single day. There are thousands and thousands of offers on our face and Facebook. How many ads are in Facebook all the time?
Thousands.
Constant. You got ads on Facebook, ads on YouTube, your email. I mean, billboards everywhere that people are making offers. So how do you then help them trust you enough to buy from you. You've got to give enough value. So we use what's called the 21-day plan. Now, what we do is we take 21 days. Now, do you know why we do 21 days?
Why?
It takes 21 days to create a habit, right?
Yeah.
If we do something consistently enough, it'll create a habit. Now, you've been a little bit of inconsistent, right?
Yes.
It's kind of hard to do that, right? It is, believe me, I know it. And I've been doing it for years. And the difference is I just keep doing it over. Even when I don't feel like it, I do it. And I know why? Because this is my brand and it matters. Everything that I do for my customers or clients, the brand really matters. So, all right, now let's show them what we do. What we do is we take 21 of our best topics, right? We organize them in a fashion that we can go 5 times a week, 7 times a week, every other day. We just want to be a consistent, but we take our absolute hottest topics, and this is stuff we do before we make an offer. Now, some people think, oh, I've done it once, now it's time to make the offer. And no one bought. Why didn't they buy? Well, chances are it's probably because you haven't gained enough trust in what you're doing yet, and you haven't provided them enough value that makes them say, that's the solution I need. So what we do is we do our 21-day branded plan where we're providing a lot of value and content. Now, we typically pick one topic, give them just enough, but I call it seeding. Seeding to the point where they're like, darn it, I need to know more about what you have, or I really like you, right? So what we do then is we utilize our lives as basically part of our organic marketing campaign. Many people build them into Facebook groups, or they build audiences, because the more we go live, when we're ready to make an offer or place an ad or ask them to buy from us, guess what happens? They've been seeing so much great content from you that when you make an offer or you place an ad, it's like, oh, it adds value to that offer that you've made. And it makes people more likely to want to buy something from you. But so what Hanale's been doing is taking our topics, and how we organize it is we take our main topic, and then how do we do it? We take our main topic and we give some...
So I take my main topic and then I write down at the bottom what I will be focusing on during that topic. So example, this is what I'm actually going to be doing. Taco cat. I want to color it in and shade it. Show my clients,
audience
how to shade, and show them how to color in and show them what right color goes together.
Now, the cool part about doing that is what? What is Mom's statement? I usually say structure gives us
freedom.
Structure gives us freedom. It means when you know what you need to talk about and you have your bullet points, it makes you on point, and now you're able to deliver a really clear message. A lot of people are all over the place and then they lose their audience. So we utilize a structure on our Facebook Lives, and our structure is just this: the setup, the payoff, the open loop, and then the call to action, right? Mm-hmm. So what is the setup?
The setup.
So if you were to be introducing your Facebook Live, let's do a practice on your setup.
So I start out like saying
who you are, what you do.
Yes, who I am, what I do.
Yep.
And I say what we're going to be doing.
Right. The setup is the topic. This is what we're going to cover. It's your awesome headline that gets them like, yeah, I need to hear this. And then the payoff is what?
The payoff is when you show them.
The content? Yeah, what you're teaching or what you're doing for them. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot. Remember, don't give too much. Give just enough that keeps them intrigued. And then we call the open loop. Now, what's the open loop?
The open loop is like, example, on Netflix. We can't stop watching one of these shows, right? When there's going to be a part of this drama. Me and my mom have been doing this for like a year now. Still in the open loop. We still haven't finished it. Like this one moment when we've been waiting for it the whole time.
Don't
watch the next episode.
Dang it! But what a cool way to keep people coming back.
Yes.
So on your lives, you say what to create your open loop for them?
I say, let's say I'm doing the Taco Cat. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys can come back. Next week we're going to be drawing a snow fox.
Right, so you give them what you're doing next, or you kind of keep what we call a cliffhanger, like, and by the way, tomorrow I've got something super duper special for you that you are not going to want to miss.
Like Netflix, cut it off right when the very important part
I didn't know what she was going to say. But the open loop is what we use in film, we use in ads, keeping people wanting more, right? Just like that Dorito commercial, you can't eat just one. That's what an open loop you want to do for your customers for an open loop. Mm-hmm. Right? Like for Hanale, for her fashion design, if she's doing film or if she's doing video, she might say, now wait, coming up is the upcoming collection this fall. Keep your eye open. Now that's a bigger, broader marketing campaign, but that's what an open loop is. And then we give them the call to action, which is either we might have, let's say, an offer.
Yeah,
like
the offer,
you could say,
like I would say, I'm finished with the taco hat. What would you like to see this drawing on a t-shirt?
Right. So Hanale's putting some of her drawings on a t-shirt. It's like, if you want to see these drawings on a t-shirt, go over to my messenger bot and write shirt, because we use a lot of messenger bots and automation. Or you might say, you can get access and get my new t-shirt right here. Or paintbrushes, things like that. So that's your call to action. It's like, what do you want them to do? Maybe it's, make sure you make a comment below. That's a call to action. It's a soft call to action. Or click on the link below and it'll take you over to my page so that you can see more about what I do. That's a harder call to action, right? Or like a third call to action is, join me inside of my community right now. I'm going to give you free access to join me inside of my community just by clicking below. It'll enter you in to get my ebook or join my group. So there's calls to action that we always want to create, but it doesn't have to be salesy. They can more be like, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you have an amazing, awesome day. So like your calls to action don't have to be always super clear, but you want to make sure you tell people what to do so you have structure. So, all right, we've talked a lot about branding and why the importance of building a brand, building it consistently in order for you to make an offer. And there's a lot of different ways you can make offers. You either do them through ads, you get them in a group, and you make an open-ended offer for them to join you. You do a webinar, you do a live, Facebook, you do a live webinar, a live event. There's a lot of ways to make offers, but guys, you gotta get this straight. In order to make an offer, you've gotta gain that trust of your client base, your customers. You gotta be unique. You gotta be true to your message so that when you make that offer, those people are so ready to take it. So, all right, Hanale, good job. I'm excited to see what she's got to release. And so how should we send them off? Have a good one. And as always, be unstoppable.